Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go through my company really quickly, and then we'll hop over and we'll try out our new sample app together. And the sample app is meant to integrate our software with a smart contract and a front end and the development pipeline end to end. So it should be a really quick way to get get a dApp scaffolded and built in a hackathon in the short timeframes that are available. So yeah, my name is William. I'm one of the co-founders of Curvegrid, and we're a blockchain software company. So we started back in 2017, and at the time it was like building with sticks and stones. There was no, not many tools or editors or anything around. And so we thought we'd build some kind of cool dApp and realized, hey, we need, infrastructure and tooling in order to like, wouldn't it be great to have that? So we decided to set out and build the tool that we would have wanted to use. So modern blockchain app needs a whole bunch of things, including access to event history. It needs to be scalable. You need a secure way to manage your keys and potentially automate transactions. And so that's where our tool comes in. Multi-BAS stands for multiple blockchain as a service. And the idea is it helps you get your Web3 project done faster. So it's meant to be intuitive and easy to get up to speed if you're a beginner developer, but sophisticated enough to power complete enterprise applications at scale and use uh, in-depth developer tools for any size of project. So a number of the key features that we support, cloud wallets are a custodial wallet solution managed right now in Azure Key Vault and with other cloud platforms like GCP and AWS on our roadmap. So let me know if you wanted to use one of those key solutions with Multibas. We have a transaction manager to help make sure that your transactions get submitted by your application get through. Webhooks, so often you want to respond to an event that happens on chain, and rather than polling for it, we can give your application a call when something happens. Then event indexing is a pretty big thing. So as you know, or may know, a lot of the data that you get out of a blockchain comes in events, and the only way to access that is to have been listening to the events and stored them, and then have a convenient way to query them. And that's one of the features that we support. And then we have a couple plugins or libraries for things like Hardhat and Forge to integrate Multibas into your whole tool chain. And then we have a TypeScript and Golang SDK. And if you use a more exotic language than that, then let us know and maybe we can put together SDK for you as well. So the idea is to get it done fast. This is one example from a concert streaming service that had budgeted 6 months to get their project done, and they were building a on-chain fan club as well as a digital collectible system. And they used our API and got it done in 2 weeks. So that's the kind of value we're trying to offer with our software. We support a number of chains. A lot of the big ones you see here: Ethereum, Base, Optimism, Polygon, Arbitrum, Gnosis, BNB, Avalanche. We're looking to support more. And for F Global, for DevCon, and I suppose now for Prep Hackathon as well, we've also added Arthera, CeeLo, Flare, Mantle, Neon, Scroll, XRPL, EVM sidechain, and Zirkit. It's been a busy couple months. And then we also have a number of solutions that work alongside Multibas. They use Multibas in the backend, but they're more customer facing. So we have a application for Shopify that lets you create, mint, sell NFTs directly within Shopify. And so both Shopify merchant or the user doesn't need cryptocurrency in order to be able to use the service. And then when they're ready, they can get the NFT in there, claim the NFT to their wallet. We have a spreadsheet plugin, good for the maybe finance people or data analyzers that you can both read and write to the blockchain through Google Sheets, which is pretty neat. And then Multibass for Games is a suite of solutions around providing the services needed for gaming, for things like having in-game items and custodial accounts for users and that type of thing. And we also do some custom development. So for people who need help building their projects or want to explore their business model for a blockchain project, we can help out with that as well. So yeah, those are the contact info which I can forward along in the chat as well after this. So today we're going to look at this Multibass sample app, and where's the chat window? Chat. So as I mentioned, we created a guide in F Global. So I'm not sure if you're familiar, but F Global has this set of guides. And so we're making one, but it's not published yet. Hopefully very soon. So we're just going to go through this and configure the application so you can see how you can bring that smart contract and front end together. So by the end of this, we'll have multi-bass deployment, sample voting contract app. So the app allows you to cast votes amongst a number of options or change your vote. And then the front end is Next.js app that uses Rainbow Kit for the wallet connection. So to use Multibass, you go over to Curvegrid console where you can sign up for a free account. And so, of course, I've already got an account there. I'm going to hop over to, I think I'm logged in here. Okay, so here I'm on console after you've logged in. And then you can create a new deployment by clicking new deployment. Okay, here we go. So we're going to call this deployment prep hackathon. And this is to create a new instance, basically, of the multibass server. It's a single tenant application, so the deployment you create is for yourself and your team. And we'll call this simple voting app. For the network, yeah, we support the main nets, of course, as well as the test nets. And for this, we're going to use Curvegrid testnet. So we have our own private testnet, which you can use. And it comes with a faucet and has fast transaction confirmation. So it's good for development and testing. And we'll select the free plan and do create. So it's going to come up in your deployments list in console, and it will just take a few seconds to get provisioned. And once it's provisioned, the URL should show up here. So I'm going to click that, and There we go. So now that we've got our deployment set up, we're going to go ahead and make a new, this is, hold on a sec, close, go on. Got something in my, I got a Zoom notification in the way. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is fake Ethereum. This is Curvegrid testnet Ethereum. So we're going to go add wallet. And so we want to make a wallet for the deployer. It should be a separate account that you're not using for other things so that you don't accidentally expose the key or mix funds or do anything untoward. So I'm going to call it deployer account. And then copy that address. And then we can, we're in multibass. And so you can go to select signer and I'm already connected to the network, but if you aren't, you can go to switch network here, and then it will prompt you to add the network, and then you'll be configured to use the Curvegrid testnet through our own RPC provider. And so the faucet lives in blockchain. So we're going to come over blockchain faucet and then just recopy this account address, and I'll pop that in here. Request myself some testnet Ethereum, and we can see the account is funded. So the next thing we're going to do is go over to the core settings. So our front end application is going to be talking directly to multibass. So we're going to go in here, add course configuration, which would be HTTP. Make sure you don't actually type HTTPS. And then localhost 3000, which is what the application is going to run on. And then we have our CORS configuration set up there. So now we're going to hop over to the terminal, and we're going to get the clone that the sample app that we're going to use. And oops, npm install it. And so after it's installed, it will also give us a sample configuration file. So we're going to copy the config, the template.js over to a development.js file for us to use. And then we have a few things that we want to fill in here. We're going to update the deployer key, the multibass URL. We can leave the chain ID as the test network. And then we need a couple of API keys, one for the website and then one for the administrative functions for hard hat. So the deployer key we're going to get from MetaMask here, and we never share this on a Zoom in real life, but this is just a test key. So note here that it's hex, but doesn't come with a 0x prefix. So we're going to include that, the 0x, oops, when we do the configuration. So that's our private key there for hard hat. And then we're going to hop over to, yep, our deployment here, and copy the URL. and skip the trailing slash there. And then we don't need the RPC URL because we're going through the proxy. Okay, so we need Web3 key. And so this is a little bit fiddly, but in the instructions. So we're going to come over here to go admin, API keys, and get a new key here. And which was is the Web3 key. So we select use this key as a public Web3 key. And so this will be a proxy through to the RPC network. And so we'll call this, should we call it? We'll call it Web3 proxy. And so this has the entire proxy URL, including the host from Multibass, but we're only going to use the key part, which is at the end of the URL, and copy that into here. And then we also need an admin key. We're going to need one more later, but this is it for now. Administrator, we'll call this admin key. Copy it. We're going to use the whole key here. Okay, cool. So I think that should be all we need to deploy this using hard hat. So let's exit out of there, and we do npm run deploy code coding dev. And so if we look over here for a second in Multibass, this is where the contracts are stored in your system. And so the library are basically the ABIs of contracts in order to interact with them on the blockchain. And then on-chain are the actual deployed contracts. And so we don't have anything deployed. It's a fresh multibass deployment. So there's no contracts on-chain right now. And these are just some of the some basic stock contracts that come with the system. So after we run this command, Hardhat is going to compile the Solidity file. We can just take a look at that real quick too. So contracts, simple voting. So yeah, this is our voting contract. You can vote on an option. If you've already had a vote, it'll delete your existing vote and add your vote to the new one. And you can also unvote. But so I've run the deploy voting dev, and so it compiled. It's added it. It's creating contract. So we've made a contract added to that contract library called simple voting. And then it's deployed it to this address, and then it's linked to that in the system. So if we come back here, if we go to on-chain, we can see the contract here. And see that it's been initialized with 5 choices. There's no votes right now. And then we can use the UI here if we like to, read, write, interact with it. So that's the smart contract, the backend part of it. And so now we're going to hop over to set up Next.js and do the front end. So let's go to front end and do a npm install here as well. While we're doing that, we have you can set up. We have this integrated with Rainbow Kit and Reown. So this is the Reown dashboard, and you can make a free account here. And I'm gonna make that was my trial run. So let's just make a new account here. We'll call it Hackathon. We're going to choose Wallet Kit and JavaScript. And now we get a project ID for that. So I'm going to copy that and then open up the config here. Kind of skip the step. So we have where's my .env? Give me a second here. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, there's the end of .template. I'm going to copy that env template to env development and configure that. So those the Rainbow Kit project ID that we just got. So I'm going to put that in here. And then like we can copy the deployment info from the config that we did for the backend for the blockchain side of things. So this is a deployment URL. So I'll just copy that. There. And then DApp user API key. So we're going to make another key. This is the front end. And so this is going to have a lower permission than the last one that we just made. So if I come over here and go back to admin API keys, new key, DApp user, call this DApp user, copy that. Go. And then the Web3 API key, we're going to copy the one that we used over
For is global
here.
the woman hackathon, we just have to use multibus, so deliver an application using multibus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're sponsoring a $500 bounty, and it will be for the best use of multibass. And so yeah, you have to use multibass as number one. And then we'll look at a combination of the idea, like the concept, and then the technical execution, and then how well it makes use of multi-bass features. Okay, so that's the three key, and I'm gonna leave that open and go to a new tab. Then I think if I do 1 p.m. run dev, I think. Okay, here we go. What's up? So here are our voting options. And are we connected? 0xF4, is that the address we just made? No, it's here. So let's disconnect. 0x19 looks right. Okay, so let's try voting. So click vote, confirm. This is probably where it breaks. Okay, cool. So voted event showed up. Did it I'm just gonna refresh. Okay. So yeah, something in the front end it didn't maybe it timed out, but our vote did get submitted to the blockchain, and so we have one vote here. Click and vote on a different one. And yeah, we should be able to see that coming through. Yeah, along here in multibas. This is the removal of the previous vote, and then the addition of the new vote. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to show, how you can get set up uh, quickly-ish using multibas, and then it should be a pretty good foundation to be able to poke around in the smart contract or modify a front end and see how everything wires up with everything else.
Yes, cool. I think probably someone has any question or any remarks because it's a great tool to use for hackathon. Don't hesitate. I will put the recording on YouTube and as well everything will be on our Notion, so anyone can get access to it for this hackathon, but as well for upcoming hackathon. So I guess you will be there as well for other hackathon. Is global? Okay, nice.
Yep,
So we
yep,
have to be
definitely. And
familiar with
yeah,
Curvegrid.
yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah, and our whole team is going to be, not the whole team, a lot of our team are going to be there in DevCon in Bangkok this like next week. So it would be great to connect and say hi. And some of us will be wearing red. That's kind of our signature color. So you might be able to pick at
I
least a few of
understood.
us out of the crowd. Yeah. And so yeah, we're sponsoring obviously for Prep Hackathon, but also for F Global. So it'd be wonderful if you tried Multibass there as well. And I just wanted to announce, if it's okay, that we're looking for a Golang developer as well. So if you're interested, yeah, please get in touch, and yeah, would love to discuss that as well.
Nice. Nice to hear that because yes, we have some developers inside the ERDAO that are looking for a job, etc. So please just share me this offer and I can share it.
Perfect, will do.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot, William, for your
Yeah,
work
likewise.
and hope to see you at Bangkok. Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you.
Nice.
All
Bye
right.
bye, everyone.
Bye.
Just